On today's show, we're going to save Deshaun Watson's entire career.
Let's go. Roll the intro.
All right.
Yo.
Coming to you live from Philly. It's the Paulie and Tony Fusco Show.
Yo.
As always, Paulie Fusco here with Tony Fusco and Tony.
Yo.
Eagles 2-0.
Yeah.
You know, some people, morons out there, they say they don't deserve to be 2-0.
Oh.
What the hell are these numbskulls saying?
What are you talking about,
All
deserve?
you gotta do is check the scoreboard and count the number of points. It's not hard,
That's
people.
it. Yeah, it's amazing how you got to explain such simple concepts to people all the time.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you better buckle up, people, because there's going to be more of that on this show. Anyway, today we're going to tell you how Aaron Rodgers just changed all of sports for eternity.
Just crazy.
And we're going to very gently discuss the unfortunate turn of events in Bill Belichick's love life.
Yeah, we're going to do it with class.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But, talking about unfortunate events, Tony, our guest today is a man who he claims, first of all, to be a Pro Bowl quarterback. We'll get into that. He's a 15-year NFL veteran. He's known mostly for playing for the Washington team, whatever you want to call it. And, he's also known for an unfortunate event where he happened to headbutt a cement wall. But, as we know you people, you want us to bring that up. But, we're professionals, okay?
We don't do that on this show. That's low-hanging food.
Anyway, former Washington quarterback Gus Frerotte will be joining us on the show. And you were talking about low-hanging food, Tony. That's a great segue.
Thank you.
It's time for an ad for our newest sponsor, our good friends at Jersey Mike's. Do you eat at sit-down restaurants with waiters? Why? It's a waste of time. Just bring your food home and eat it there. Right, Tony?
Yeah. In fact, just the other day, I was at Jersey Mike's, and guess who's in line ahead of me? My Aunt Marie's boyfriend, Nunzio. He told me my aunt was hungry for a hot and spicy footlong, and he was eager to deliver it to her. Then I said, but Nunzio, you only ordered a 6-inch, and... You know what? Let's just move along. Forget it.
We'll
let's
hear
just
that story later. Anyway,
exactly.
Go on the Jersey Mike's app, enter the promo code Fusco, and get 2 complimentary extra pickles on the 3rd sub you order. Jersey Mike's. All right. Well, we got that business out of the way, Tony.
Yup,
so let's
another
get
check
right
in the
into
mail.
our top story.
Top story.
All right, first out the gate, if there's one thing we know about Aaron Rodgers, it's that he always knows the right doctors to go to.
No
the ones
doubt.
with the correct answers and approaches.
Yes, exactly.
And now he's done it again because, throughout all of sports history, Tony, an Achilles injury meant you're out for the year.
It was over.
At the least. But not anymore. Reports say that thanks to Dr. Neil Atachi, Aaron Rodgers could be back in 4 months, right in time for the playoffs, thanks to a new procedure called a speed bridge. And Tony, this just changes everything, doesn't it?
Absolutely. It's a true miracle of science.
Yeah, you look around sports right now. Colorado wide receiver Travis Hunter, he's out with a lacerated liver,
No problem. Speed bridge. He'll be back in a week.
Exactly. Browns running back Nick Chubb, you saw that devastating injury.
Speed bridge. He'll be at practice tomorrow. Make sure you leave him in your fantasy lineups.
Yeah, and Shohei Ohtani, they say he may not pitch for another 2 years or so.
Nope. Speed bridge. He'll be on the mound tonight.
Just incredible when you see the changes. And, Tony, another angle here. This is what they call spinning it forward to all you people trying to come up in the business. Now that Aaron Rodgers has proved that you can recover from an Achilles in a few months, the question must be asked. Will players start deliberately injuring their Achilles so they can be rested for the playoffs? You got to ask it, Tony.
Yeah, it would be the smart move. If I was Patrick Mahomes, I would seriously consider tearing my Achilles to get some much-needed rest and be ready to go for the playoffs.
Smart.
By my projections, the teams in the AFC West are so shitty that the Chiefs simply need to go 7-10 to win the division, which can easily be achieved with the backup quarterback, Shane Buechele.
Great point, Tony. And, as long as we're discussing advice for quarterbacks here, let's move to Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson. He was seen, they had him meditating on the sidelines before that Steelers loss. And it was clearly the wrong approach because he threw a pick six and fumbled. And, it just goes to show that he's not getting the right coaching here, right?
Exactly.
People are blaming Deshaun. Blame the coaching. You gotta get to Deshaun in the right way. Communicate to him in the right way.
Exactly. That's what
Tony,
you do.
You have a smart solution here, don't you?
Yep. Deshaun Watson needs a coach who knows how to communicate with him. And that's not Kevin Stefanski. It's clearly now fired Michigan State college football head coach and phone sex expert Mel Tucker. Mel would know the right way to speak to Deshaun. Go deep with those balls. Deshaun, carefully massage those balls into that opening.
Yep.
When you see that wide open hole, you got to penetrate that gaping hole and cradle those balls carefully so you aren't dangling your balls out there and exposing yourself to everybody.
Yep.
Hold on to those balls so we can all have a happy ending. Good sound coaching like that.
Terrific analysis, Tony, and we'll now do a very delicate matter. We don't like to talk about people's personal lives on this show, but then again, it's our duty as journalists to report the news and report that Bill Belichick and his longtime surprisingly hot girlfriend, Linda Holliday, have called it quits after 16 years. And, a source that spoke with People magazine said, quote, Bill is all about football and very busy now. He doesn't want a lot of public attention on this. And well, then, out of respect for Coach Belichick, we are going to refrain from commenting on this matter, aren't we, Tony?
Absolutely. It would be wrong at this time to comment on Bill Belichick's breakup. So, we're absolutely not going to point out that he broke up with a super hot woman who was way out of his league just to focus on an 0-2 team with absolutely no shot of winning the Super Bowl, let alone making the playoffs. Because, again, that would be wrong at this time.
Yep.
And we don't do those types of TMJ stories on this show. Again, low-hanging food.
So well said, Tony. And, we also want to respect Linda Holliday's privacy at this time. So we'll let her reach out to us when she's ready to come on the show or go on a date with Tony.
Absolutely. Take your time. But just let me know.
Yeah, anyway, while we wait for that to happen, looks like our guest is coming on the line. So let's go ahead and bring him on the Fusco Satellite Network.
Fusco Satellite Network.
All right, this guy, 15-year NFL veteran, most notably with Washington, went to the Pro Bowl in 1996, which is extremely dubious if you ask us. We'll get into that. Also holds the record for longest pass play in NFL history.
Lucky.
Also once led the Broncos to the playoffs. But then again, so did Tim Tebow. So, that's not saying much anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
One thing we're not going to bring up is the headbutt with the cement wall because, that's just low-hanging food. We don't do that on this show anyway.
No.
Here we go. He's a rival, but we're bringing him in anyway. Gus Frerotte, welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
You guys, it looks like somebody headbutted that wall behind you. It's falling apart.
Yeah,
What's going on there?
He's getting excited. He sees another wall to put his head through.
Yeah.
I'll put you through that wall, for time number 2.
Oh, I don't know. You look like one of those guys from Philly that talks a lot but doesn't back it up.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll see how this interview goes.
We'll back you into last place like we did many times.
I always wanted to bring those fans down onto the field with some of my 350-pound linemen and then see how much crap they talk.
Oh,
they get real quiet. Get real quiet around it. But our family who's sitting up in the stands.
Well, at least our team actually has fans. I've never actually met a Washington fan.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. He's trying to steer this interview. That's not how this works, Gus. You're not the quarterback here, all right? So just sit tight. This is why, you know what he's doing, Tony? He's trying to distract us from the real story.
Exactly, so
you
we
know,
don't get
one thing we
into
need
it.
to ask you, you're probably afraid of this question, but, you know, it said in your bio, as we read, that you went to the Pro Bowl in 96. That year, you threw a whopping 12 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, and had a 57.4 completion percentage. So when it says you went to the Pro Bowl, was that because someone got you tickets or something?
Yeah, did you get comp seats?
We went on vacation and then just ended up that they needed another quarterback. So I just ended up playing in the Pro Bowl over there. You know, it was just timing. Who knew?
Well, how did you play in the game?
Oh, they let anybody in that game.
Well, it clearly seems like it.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
was Jamarcus Russell busy? What was going on?
Well, I don't know if you know if Jamarcus Russell was born yet when I was playing in the Pro Bowl.
He
but
learned how to play from you. Okay, go ahead.
And I think it was some other people taught Jamarcus not very well. But I don't really know much about Jamarcus. But anyway, getting back to the Pro Bowl, going into the Pro Bowl, I'm pretty nervous. First play I get in, you know, they tell you, hey, there's no blitzing. There's no, you know, it's just like you're in practice, whatever. You know, everybody's kind of going half-assed. First play I'm in, Junior Seau blitzes, hits me in the chest, puts me on my back, and he goes, welcome to the Pro Bowl, kid. I'm like, all right, that's how it's going to be.
I actually don't think that was Junior Seau who hit you. I think it was a security guard who realized you shouldn't be on the field.
Do you think it's because you had like a very hittable face, so then Junior Seau couldn't resist?
I must have, because, you know, it seemed there was a few games when I played in Washington that they liked to hit me, you know. And I love how people like you guys who sit in the stands never been hit by anything except maybe by a Estrella hoagie or something.
Yeah, you've never been hit by a playoff win.
You guys are the guys who love to say that the NFL is soft now. And
it is.
You know, okay,
Yeah,
it
it's
is.
like a two-hand touch out there, except
you know, I don't know if it's soft. It's a guy like Nick Chubb. A guy like Nick Chubb hurts his knee the way he did. There's nothing soft.
Don't worry,
about
Speed
the
Bridge.
NFL.
He'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah, Speed Bridge. Simple.
Kind of like Aaron Rodgers is going to be back, right?
He will be back too.
He's going to have a miracle surgery, bring him back, and he's going to be able to walk.
Exactly.
So one-legged Aaron Rodgers is better than Zach. Right? Is that what you guys are saying?
Wow. I appreciate you following the show. You know,
yeah.
I got to applaud you having your finger of the
Very
pulse
well
of
done.
Sports news here. You know, this Speed Bridge technology, Gus, is a game changer. I mean, now, you know, quarterbacks may approach the season differently. Don't you think a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes might deliberately injure his Achilles so he could, you know, rest up all season, then be ready for the playoffs?
Yeah, that's exactly what everybody wants to do, is just go through a surgery. Not like we go through enough of them, but hey, I'm going to take a rest. Let me blow my Achilles. This doctor's going to put me back together.
Exactly.
He's not a quack. He's not a guy that's only done it twice in his whole career. Let's use that
Suddenly
doctor.
You're a scientist.
Yeah, I'm like you guys, you know. I'm armchair quarterback.
No, we've been to the playoffs more than you have.
Yeah, exactly.
You have? How many? Who bought you your tickets?
No. See, he's giving it back to us now.
Yeah, you know exactly.
If they had Speed Bridge when I was 17, I'd be in the Hall of Fame by now. Unfortunately, devastating injury.
The technology didn't
you know, they still have wiffle ball. I mean, you could still play that.
No.
Are you kidding me? I'll be throwing
I bet you couldn't
all
even
over the place.
I bet you couldn't even hit one of those guys throwing a wiffle ball. That hand-eye coordination.
You're talking about hand-eye coordination? The guy who ran into a cement wall?
Yeah.
That has nothing to do with hand-eye. That has to do with stopping. That's like not having disc brakes on your car now.
That just gave us an idea. Don't start your car after this show.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
Let's just say you're going to be going top speed down the freeway. All right, look. Let's talk about your old team, Washington, right? You know, right now they're 2-0, Gus. In a first place.
They got my boy Eric Bieniemy in there calling plays.
Yeah, you know, and things are looking good right now, you know. But is that why that makes this time of year so tough for you, when expectations are so high and you know that the Commanders will inevitably, you know, crumble and disappoint everybody?
The collapse is imminent.
Yeah, I don't know. I hope not. I think it all depends on injuries. I think that with what Eric Bieniemy's doing, the talent they have of Sam Howell, everything focuses on a quarterback, just like this show, right? Not on YouTube, but on the quarterback. So
No.
if the quarterback stays healthy, I think the Commanders can do it. I don't know if they're ready to go out and beat the Eagles.
Yeah.
And it looks like Dallas has a pretty formidable defense. But I think the Eagles will be able to kind of handle that. But the Commanders, I think they're young. They got a lot of talent. The coaches are pretty good down there. And it's going to be a lot of fun to watch the NFC East this year.
Yeah, mostly for the Eagles. It's going to be fun to watch.
Spoiler alert. Yeah. Nobody's playing with the Eagles.
Yeah.
Nobody? Not that first game?
Nope.
Who's that first game they played against?
How do you play in week 1?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'll have to go back and watch the film. They don't have that VCR. That VHS tape is old. You can't really. Yeah. It's hard to watch that old VHS tape.
Let me ask you a question, Gus. You seemingly fountain of knowledge.
You don't answer any of the questions I asked you.
Hold on. You're not quarterbacking the show, all right? See, you're running it straight into a wall like usual. All right, look. When you played the Eagles in your career, what was your career record, Gus?
I don't know. I think
Gus?
I think the Eagles got me on that one.
Correct. So what was the number,
correct.
Gus?
Well, I didn't play them every year because I didn't start against them every year. I'm not sure what that number was.
Exactly, because you were benched by smart coaches. Go, yes.
I don't know if you can go that far, smart coaches.
You had North Turner. He was a smart coach.
He was? All right. Anyway, I'm not sure what it was. Give me the number.
It was 1-4, Gus.
1-4, not good.
Not good. So I want to know, what was
good.
it about, playing in Philadelphia that was so hard for you? Was it, the other team being so good? Was it the fans? Was it the distance between the walls and the end zone? What was it for you?
It was that unbelievable shit turf they had.
Oh, he's blaming.
He's blaming the turf. No accountability.
How many people blame that turf?
Tell us what was wrong with the turf. I want to hear this excuse you've got.
Oh, the turf was terrible. It would just eat you alive. It was like playing on sandpaper.
When you heard that the Super Bowl field last year with the Eagles and Chiefs was slippery, don't you think the result of that game should be thrown out?
Boo!
Shouldn't that be
talking about? Oh, you were just giving me crap about the turf, and now the grass field was slippery, and we couldn't handle.
You were the one talking about.
You're the one who brought it up.
We couldn't handle the poor Super Bowl turf where they actually take every little blade of grass.
It was like playing on a slip and slide. They couldn't get any traction.
It was. It's amazing that the other team could, though.
That's the conspiracy, isn't it? How did they know, Gus?
I think it had to do with the spikes in the shoes.
Yeah.
The Eagles had the wrong shoes.
Yeah, that's what you think. That's what you say.
You probably tried cheating that way, too. Hold on. You're trying to steer this show straight into a wall as usual, right?
Yeah, as usual.
As usual, but look, we talked to your people beforehand. And, you said you wanted to bring up this charitable work you're doing, squid pro quo.
We're not hard-hearted people
business.
here.
So, look,
squid pro
usually
quo.
At this point of the show, we tell you to off and leave. But
we're not going to do that.
This is charity, so we're going to let you talk.
Yep.
All right, don't tune out. People listening,
don't go to
watching,
sleep,
don't
everybody.
go to the bathroom now
while
Gus talks about his charity. Don't turn down the volume. This is very important, so just listen.
Give it a listen.
Well, it's not a charity, fellas. This is our alumni being able to own and tell their stories and keep it for themselves. So what we did, we created a media network, and we call it Alumni Media. You can go to NFLalumnimedia.com. Check it out. We are a streaming network. Our guys have their own channels. They can come on, create any content they want. They have a channel on there, and they can sell their merchandise. They can build their brand. So what we're doing is we're creating a whole streaming network for all of our alumni that can come on, have a place to tell their stories and own their content. Because what has happened for most of all of our careers after we leave the league, a lot of us don't know how to use technology. So we help train those guys and how to get on. Like you guys have mics and a camera. Our guys sometimes don't even know how to turn on their phones.
You know, and it's just so terrible. Sometimes I see these guys come on shows and the hosts just talk all over them. Don't let them get a word edgewise, right? And this is going to fix that, right?
This is going to be them hosting. This is going to be them owning their own content, because we've gone on every show, told our stories, and somebody else gets all the credit and ratings. So
what you're
this is
saying
just a way.
This is a for-profit enterprise. Is that what you're saying?
This is up to every guy. We give them.
We'd like to know. We just gave you that airtime. What percentage of the proceeds and profits will we be getting from this company?
I don't know. 90%? I don't know. It depends how many views you guys get. How many views? How many Eagles fans are watching the show?
Yeah. It's not depend. We get millions of views, bro. You know, the only view you're gonna have is the end of this show. Because guess what, Gus Frerotte? There's a gust of wind coming to blow you out of here.
You're off the show.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Yeah, Commander,
You're done.
I command you to turn around and run headfirst into that wall.
You're done.
Fusco Satellite Network.
Is he off the line?
Jay, hang up the phone.
You know, there you have it. As usual, another loss to the Eagles for Gus Frerotte. Nothing's changed.
He's 1-5 now.
Yeah, exactly. Well, let's not let him ruin, which was otherwise a terrific show. Of course, we want to thank our sponsors, Jersey Mike's. And
Hold on.
Oh, you kidding me?
Is it someone whose mic we should remove? Talking about mics.
Corrections.
All right, hurry up. Go.
You said Aaron Rodgers' doctor is Dr. Neil L. Attachi?
Yeah, bro.
Great doctor.
His name is pronounced Dr. Neil L. Atraj, not Neil L. Attachi.
Oh, yeah? Well, I'm going to unattachi all of your limbs.
Yeah, and Neil is what you're gonna do when we cut off your feet.
Oh,
yeah,
good
you're
one,
done.
Tony. Got him.
Let's get out of here. No more shows over. What?
You
Hurry
said
up.
that if Browns running back Nick Chubb saw Aaron Rodgers' doctor, he could also come back this season.
Yeah, bro. Modern medicine.
Anything's possible, bro.
Yo.
No, it's not. Nick Chubb's injury was way worse. He's definitely going to be out for the season, if not longer.
Oh, yeah? Well, when I'm done with you, you're going to be out of blood.
Yeah, you remind me of the Browns, because this year, your Chubb is also not going to see any action. Yeah, you're done.
Good one, Tony.
Good night. That's the end of the show. Let's go.
By the way, it's low-hanging fruit, not low-hanging food.
Oh, yeah? Well, nothing of yours is low-hanging, if you catch my drift.
Yeah,
Anyway,
exactly.
We're not going to let him ruin the show anyway.
No,
Book
never.
Next week on the show, Super Bowl hero,
Who?
Eagles legend, Nick Foles will be coming on
Wow,
here. So
great news.
Don't forget, go to our merch store, subscribe,
Yeah.
follow us on
Buy it
TikTok,
all.
subscribe on YouTube, all that stuff. And Tony, great job as always.
Same to you, Paulie. Another flawless show.
There you go. We'll see you people next week.
See ya.